What's going on, guys? This is PG here, and I want you guys to meet my Raw 100 build. This build was, I don't want to say it was too much of a challenge to make, but it was definitely very well thought out. As you can see, I'm going to be using a sword, a knife, a shield, a bow, and I also have some throwing knives. So, let's go ahead and jump into some PvP. Now, I did join the Red Covenant for this, the Covenant of Blood. And I still, although I don't like hosting, I find that you will face a lot better opponents if you're willing to fight other Reds. Members of the Dragon Covenant, they really haven't gotten much better since the release of the game. I'm not 100% sure why that is, but anyway. In this video, I'm just going to show you guys my Raw 100 build. I'm just going to show you why he's set up the way he is. I kind of have him set up to look like an old knight. I don't know, I kind of like the look for right now. You guys can let me know if you think he kind of looks garbage or whatnot, but I like how he looks. I think it's pretty cool. And again, you know, Dark Souls is very rarely about, you know, trying to make your character a tank or as light as possible or whatever the case might be. I've always kind of played Dark Souls, you know, giving my character a specific look or a really unique look. And if for no other purpose, just because win or lose, kind of want to look like a badass while I'm doing it. I don't want to be in the same thing everybody else is in. That being said, I don't know. I think my look is pretty decent with this character. Especially considering that he really can't hold too much, I guess. Now, as you can see, this guy was swinging really wide with his dual greatswords. And that afforded me the opportunity to switch to my dagger and come in for a backstab. You will see in this video when I get parries and most of my backstabs, I actually switch out to my knife. The reason for that is, one, it's going to let you guys see that you do a lot more damage with knives. And two, a buddy of mine has accused me of just getting lucky with some of these parries. So switching out to your knife really does show that you're calling your parry and that you know what you're doing. But speaking of friends, I did actually have a good friend of mine, Lukas, and we were actually talking a lot about building a solid 100 build. So quick little shout out to him. He definitely did help with the making of this build. Just kind of, I don't want to say the overall build's layout, but definitely with some of the ideas and some of the things that I might try later with my build. That being said, of course, this is not the final stages of this build. This isn't even the beginning stage. I actually did a lot of PvP with this build. With nothing but Gweren shorts and Gweren gloves, and a broadsword. No shield, no nothing. Just me and a sword. And I beat 100 people in God, what is that covenant? The Bell Covenant. So I beat 100 people in the Bell Covenant. And that was kind of my test for my build, to see its viability, its durability, the efficiency of kills, what builds I'm weak against, what builds I'm strong against. And overall, I was pretty satisfied. I think I went, I did kind of bad. I think I went like 108. So that's 100 wins and about 8 or 9 losses. So, you know, that's like 1 in 10 fights I pretty much lost, which... it's really not that good, but we do have the Bellkeeper armor with this build. For those of you who play the game, you know for a fact what that means. For those of you who don't know, you get the Bellkeeper outfit after you get to level 3 in the Bellkeeper Covenant. And the only way to get to level 3 is to kill 100 players in PvP as an invader. And I would say it took me a solid 4 or 5 hours to do that. Of course, I didn't do it all in one day, mainly because I don't know, that's a bit much. With work and things like that going on, I really didn't feel like dropping 5 hours straight into PvP, which I would love to actually do if I had the time, but we just don't. So anyway, so we do have the Bellkeeper outfit, which I might actually end up using in later videos to troll people. I can invade in the Bellkeeper area, and what better way to invade than dressed as a Bellkeeper and just kind of throw people off. That being said, I really wouldn't know what weapon to use for that kind of fun PvP. And there we go, we get our first kill with my throwing knives. Something I've noticed in Dark Souls is motherfuckers are cowards. When they get low on health, they change their playstyle. When they get low on health, they run away. When they get low on health, they hide. They spam magic. They do all this other garbage. And it's really annoying, you know? It's just a game. It's not that serious. Don't be afraid to die. You'll only get better if you fucking, you know, actually play. Being a coward is not the way to improve your skills. That being said, we have a coward right here. He's using dual whips, and he's trying to utilize the bleed effect to kill me really fast. So, the enemy of whips, which is a ranged weapon, is a greater ranged weapon, or a very fast weapon if you can get inside on your opponent. We luckily have both. That being said, we need to definitely watch out for the bleed effect, because that will fuck up my stamina and my health. And hopefully keep this guy on the run, keep his stamina down low, and fuck him up with some arrows, mainly just because we can. But what we really don't need to happen is that bleed effect. That's definitely what we're worried about. And just like that, we have our second throwing knife kill. Keep in mind, it is not easy to get a throwing knife kill. It's just one of those things where you either nail it, or you usually end up dying trying to throw a throwing knife at someone. So I think the host and this summon were talking at this time. I'm not really sure. Basically, they were both kind of doing their own thing. The host gives me a little bow there. I do like the look for the host. If you guys can't tell, he is wearing the peasant hat. It's actually kind of hard to get that item. It's definitely one of the items you kind of have to farm for, and you do that, geez, I really don't remember the name of the area, but it's actually kind of later in game, before you fight the Duke's Dear Freyja. There's like a little village, and all those little villagers have pretty cool little outfits. Definitely doesn't really offer protection, but it's nice nonetheless. So we're fighting the guy with some phantom range right here. And basically, since he's got all this nice phantom range, we're just gonna kind of get aggressive and be an asshole. Mainly because we can afford to do it. I would say that my comfort level with this build is extremely high. I can't really describe it, but when you're playing with a certain build that you're comfortable with and that you feel like you can be aggressive, defensive, you can be that light guy that rolls around, or you can be a heavy and stick with somebody and go blow for blow. I really can do just about all of that with this 100 build, and I love that. It's really nice. I would say the downside to my 100 build is that I have a really low soul count as of right now. So that basically means that I'm not fighting really strong, high-level people because I don't have the souls for it. I just don't match up with them yet. But, you know, something we're going to work on. That being said, we got this guy coming in for a backstab. Our health is a little low. So we definitely want to fuck this guy up. So basically, with this build, the way I put it together, I pretty much played through the game and got to level 100 really easily, really early in game. I would say, geez, 5 bosses in maybe, and that's with me buying things. Here's Whip Guy again. He disrespects us there, which is fine. Obviously, he was afraid to fight us again. That happens a lot. You'll run across people that do that all the time. Not a big deal. We kind of needed to get out of that room anyway. It was starting to get laggy. But anyway, yeah. About 5 or 6 bosses into the game, I had a very stable amount of items, equipment upgraded. My gear was looking really good, and I was also I was already max level for my character. So that being said, being a 100 build is fucking awesome. I bought a shitload of fire bombs, arrows for days, just all the supplies in game that you wish you had the souls to buy. I had the souls, and it really does kind of change your perspective almost on the way to play the game. I had a lot more fun playing through at a low level where the bosses are more challenging than I normally would have if I was doing nothing but fighting to level up. So I got to buy items specifically to fight certain bosses, and it actually kind of makes you think before you fight. You know, I have less health and less stamina than my normal builds, but fuck needs it when you can throw out sweet parries like that and fuck people up. So with this build, my overall goal was to be able to do high criticals, which is the knife, consistent fast damage, which is going to be my broadsword, protect myself, that's going to be the kite shield I'm using, and be able to attack people at a distance, which is going to be my bow, which is the Bellkeeper bow. And for the throwing knives, that's really just to kind of keep people on their toes. Just something I picked up while playing the game and PvPing in the Bellkeeper Covenant. People really will run away from you, heal, do everything they can when they got that last little smidget of health left. And it's really just annoying. It's just one of those things where there's really no reason for it. But anyway, that guy got himself parried, and he's gonna go ahead and start spamming some miracles, but we're not really worried about that. It kind of seems like to me with the more recent patches that I don't want to say the casting speed has slowed down, but the tells for the weapon have gone down dramatically. But here we go. He's showing the potential for his build right there. He did a shitload of health really fast, but he went ahead and died anyway. And that was our 3rd knife kill in this video alone. Just kind of showing you guys how efficient and fun it can be to fuck someone up with throwing knives. Alright, next world, next fight. So we have what looks to be a really decently set up room. But again, we have a cowardly host who has a friend summoned, and they're both sitting there reaping the benefits of all of the reds they're fighting. So this guy's got some lag, some phantom range. He just kind of poked me from fucking nowhere. It's one of those things I've noticed about thrusting weapons is they have huge hitboxes as well as a little bit of phantom range. I personally don't like to take advantage of things like that, but it seems like people are really enjoying it. So what you saw me do right there was I came forward and did a guard break when I knew he was coming forward to attack. I ate that attack, but as you saw, I got off 2 really nice strong attacks. So I traded with him a little bit, and I came out on top. I was hoping these guys would attack, so I went ahead, gave a little taunt. But just like cowards, 2-on-1 situation, they ran away. They wanted nothing to do with it. So I think in that room I actually just dropped out of the room. I just waited a little bit. Couldn't get any summons, decided it wasn't worth my time, and left. So here we go into another world. That guy just got fucked up. So we're dealing with a heavy caster build. So my advice for anybody that's fighting a heavy caster build is to make them jump into a weapon. Do not allow them to cast. Prove to them that when it comes to range, you have the advantage, or stick so close to them that they have to switch to a weapon. And I think I demonstrate that fairly well here with my bow. We go ahead, he keeps trying to cast, he starts to realize it's not going to work for him. We're just going to keep blasting him, and he immediately pulls out a sword. He tries to come back, come in with a little butt poke, dodges magic. Now, we're fucking him up with our sword, we're fucking him up with our bow. Gonna go ahead and parry him too. Get him in with a nice little poke to the chest with our dagger. And now we're ready to rumble. He wants to run away. We're gonna let him run away. We don't need to close the distance when we have a strong bow. So as you can see, he has his sword drawn again. And he wants nothing to do with us. Finish him off. That is number 5 goes down to a throwing knife. So we're doing really good fucking people up with throwing knives. I'm gonna taunt the host, tell him to get his bitch ass out here. He wants nothing to do with it. So we're gonna go ahead and give him some encouragement. A little throwing knife to the face. Still not doing shit. So now it's time to come in with some strong attacks. We gave this host every ample opportunity to jump in and fight us. He wanted to hide in the corner. I don't support that shit. I'm not here to give you souls. And we're gonna go ahead and take him out. As you can see, he was not very strong or skilled. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for the views. Thanks for the help when it came to figuring out what I wanted to do. See you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.